of the first things we learned in this subject was that culture is a lot of accumulative material, mostly from art. Which is not only immaterial ideas, but physical forms in our life. So all we produce, share in our profiles or social media, the way we communicate, forms part of our culture. I've learned lots of interesting things. One of the most important for me is the way about how we analyze things in a rhizomatic system. I know about it when we started the course, but when I hear about it, it caught my attention. I discovered that lots of museums, like the Tate Modern, use this kind of system. So another thing that I've learned, which is also really interesting, is how the visual culture builds us mostly in a narcissistic way. And how the consumer is the key of the capitalist society. And the way I form part of it. The image is more important than the product. In this concept is when I've learned about the attention of the parallel theory. And how the Hollywood industry spends millions of dollars in new ways to catch our attention and make us buy the product. So this concept goes linked up with the era of simulation. In abstract words, it's about how we hide the reality and we tend to ignore all the bad things of our life and post only the good ones in our social medias, like Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. Building a false reality and an image of ourselves directed to the me and becoming ourselves a product. So, image produces pleasure. The fluxes of colors and images relax us and transports us to a parallel reality. Fernando, our teacher, showed us that not everybody responds in the same way when they see an image. Maybe somebody of Africa understands something different that you thought about an image, The location influences in how we look and so does the social position. How would say John Berger? But let's talk about how I realize about the existence of cognitive capitalism. When I started the course, I had no idea about it. But when we started to talk, it caught my attention. The way it makes our knowledge a product and how consciousness is used like a tool for colonialism, it made me think. And I realized how lots of my subjects of my university only had tried to teach me how to make my art a product. And also what I should do in the future and how I could survive with my profession. So we also talk about narcissism, which I think is a really interesting topic, because in my opinion, most of the people of our course, including me, has lots of characteristics of narcissism. We also talk about the traits of a narcissist and why our generation is it. We also discovered that, according to the Times magazine, we are the me generation, which I thought it was true. Since we started school, our teachers show us to focus on us. One example could be when they told me, "Are you okay? What do you feel about it? Your opinion is really important. What do you think about it?" Even in the university, teachers keep saying that kind of phrases. But now it has become in projects for subjects. Don't get me wrong, I think it's important to express yourself. But focusing on this, we make a narcissist generation. Fernando also has taught us the origin of narcissism, the clues to recognize one, and the difference between a narcissist and a perverse narcissist, which are really different between them. So after that class, I had really clear that we have to fear and don't approach to them. Finally, one of the things that we talked in class was the role of narcissists in the social media and how all the images are directed to us. I thought it was really interesting due to our generation is always connected to the internet and social media. In fact, it caught my attention so much that I decided to make my project about the narcissism of influencers. So after these ideas, I had lots of questions. How I can be updated in this subject maintaining the class dynamic way of learning and not in a monotone way. I want to know if we have born in the me generation, what is expected for the future generations, the narcissism will be increasing or will be reduced. Is it possible to disassociate of the show society and still being accepted socially? We say that capitalism and massive production of image make us unhappy, but at the same time make us feel well. So what we should do to find a balance? Why do we have the need to build a false and sweetened image of ourselves? What is the difference between self-esteem and narcissism?